I just got this.
Every time he's the one who kicked out all of his kids.
Yeah.
Good morning, I'd like to call over the Beaver County Board of Commissioners work session for Wednesday, April 23rd, 2025. We have a review of work session discussion meeting minutes. Questions? Good, all right. Department head report. We'll move to department head report. Dan, I know you emailed us today, so I know you have.
I sent you guys an email this morning in regards to a meeting that I had yesterday with officials from Mississippi Township. Barrettsville Road is a road that goes along the back side of Brush Creek Park. They're having some drainage issues and they want to install storm inlet, catch basins, and some pipe. But what they're requesting to do is they want to cut back part of the hillside that comes down from the park and put storm inlets in there and pipe. And it would require removing some trees. Again, I met with them yesterday and I looked at this and I see absolutely no problem with what they want to do. I think it would improve the roads around. But of course, I told them I can't give any approval until I discuss it with them.
So the right of way that you sent described that
This is their drawing, it's not mine.
artistic rendering.
I was just saying.
But the property removing the trees is park property, right?
Yes, it is, yes.
And then the rest kind of, that's not a PennDOT road,
No, it's a township.
so it's a township road. If it improves the drainage, we know we certainly have a lot of drainage issues at Brush Creek.
One of the questions I asked, which really doesn't have anything to do with us, but, I did want to cause more problems down the road. It was all the county. I asked them, where is this going to outfall? Where is this going to discharge? And there's a storm creek. It's maybe 3
It's a
foot
stream,
wide.
not a catch
So the
basin.
stream, yeah, that goes down, that's where this will discharge into. It's currently drainage ditch as it is.
So is the basic request just to remove the trees and to access our property and put the catch basin in?
Basic, yeah, and cut that hillside back a little bit and take some of the trees out and then replace it with a 30% slope.
Do we need to have anybody from the county take a look at this and plan with engineering on our standpoint, or would we just go with the engineering stuff that is what they start?
Karen.
I'm not sure if it's worth the money to spend on having our
I'm just
engineer look
not
at it.
advocating one way or the other.
I'm presuming they had someone look at this and give that recommendation on there.
It's not like it's gonna cause a floodplain. It's already there.
I met with, it was their road foreman, one of their workers, and one of the township supervisors. Township supervisor was Tom Roush.
It's not a new discharge, is it? Like, the pipe's already there.
There's no pipe.
There's no-
Put your foot
But
in.
it's running down the side of the road, causing washouts and causing them problems.
But it did exist.
Down at the bottom, yeah, where it's gonna discharge, yes.
There's a outlet into the stream already. It's not like a new pipe. It's not a new conveyance of water.
Yeah, it's not a new conveyance of water.
Yeah, then you probably wouldn't need to get DEP involved. But sometimes the width, if you're adding more volume to the ditch, it can blow out the stream. There's that discharge.
Would the conservation district normally get involved in something like that, Dan?
They might want a new, chapter 105 permit well, typically that's for a new discharge, but anytime you're adding more water to an existing discharge, it can be an issue. But if North Sewickley Township engineers look at it,
I don't know that they have.
yeah, I would
I
check
don't know if
with.
that's an engineer drawing or not.
Too bad we didn't know yesterday. Yesterday we were with 3
Yeah.
people from DEP.
Is that right?
Exactly, the regional director. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with it, assuming there aren't any conservation district issues or other
would that fall on us? or-
No, that would fall on them, and it's what they're,
It's
it's what they're
on
trying to
them.
do with their
I don't
road.
want to do the Swiftly thing just because we're saying,
Yeah.
we would say we're okay, that they can just go ahead without going through the other processes.
Yeah, I think you could probably tell them, Dan, that from the county's perspective, it's good, but they should maybe check with whether it be DEP or the Conservation District, just to ensure there's nothing else that they would need for it.
Okay. That's all I have. Thank you.
Really, that's it.
That's it. Wow. I'll get you next week.
The other department or controller.
So just a question with that, is it, where they're cutting back the hillside, does that go onto a road then, or just into a ditch? My question would be, do we get them to sign off to say any work they do? Let's say 5 years down the road, would that they cut back if they didn't plant right, and they have more hillside now running down, that's our county property, they come back to us and say, fix it, when they created the problem, you know what I mean? Like, is their cutback gonna create long-term problems that might wash out more from Brush Creek hillside?
Yeah, I mean, it would wash out onto their road, so to the extent it would be their issue, because it's their road, it's not the county's road.
But if it's coming from our hillside, that they cut back, and they're saying, well, your hillside's washing onto our road, fix it, but it's something they did, do we need anything to say?
We can maybe send an email or a letter just letting them know that we give them authorization to go ahead and do it. That way it's a record that they're the ones that are doing the work on the road and not us. We could do that.
Not that I don't trust people.
I hear you. That's why I'm asking the question.
Any other department head report? Hearing none. I'll move to the solicitor's office.
Before getting to the resolutions, just a quick update on the tax assessment appeals. This year, there was 169 appeals filed. We are about halfway through. There's about 80 parcels that are still left as far as appeals in the court process. 27 resolutions are on the agenda for tomorrow. Quite a few CDBG, a lot of them regarding human services, a couple of them, number 10, it deals with sidewalks and pavings for Nicolina's Wishes. Then number 13 is a paving project in Ambridge. 14 is an agreement that we've done with Bickerstaff Landscaping the past couple of years down at Bridgewater Landing, as far as trying to control the weeds along the river there. This is an agreement for them to spray down there, which they've done the past couple of years. Number 18 and 19 are HR policies, absence control policy, and driving county-owned vehicles policy. Number 23 is the agreement for Boulder County Pool to open this year for the Beaver County YMCA to staff it and run it. Number 24 is what we've been talking about the past couple meetings, the lease with St. Barnabas. That lease would be for 3 years at $9,000 a month to rent a portion of St. Barnabas facility for county storage. Number 25 is the purchase of a new sheriff vehicle. And then number 27 is for asbestos removal at the Darlington Bricks project. I know Dan is here. I don't know, is there any questions for Dan, or Dan, if there's anything you want to add to that project? This is sort of the first step that needs to be done in order to get the thing moving.
Yeah, this is for the actual, the contractor to go in and actually do the cleanup. The
This
grant's
is
been ongoing for some time.
EPA grant
Yeah.
that was given, and yeah, we've been working on this for quite a while.
Yeah,
And unless there's any questions, I don't have anything further except for a personnel matter in executive session.
Any questions for the solicitor's office? Hearing none. We'll move to the commissioners.
Tomorrow's Take Your Child to Work Day. I'm sure we're gonna have a full list of events for the kids. That's I'm taking a personal day. I enjoy it. It's organized chaos. I really enjoy it. Yesterday, we had 2 events, both at Brady's Run. One was the Autism Acceptance Walk in Beaver County, and the forest reforestation or exploration center for reforestation of the park. Jeff Karlowski's been here 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
I talked with him. Excuse me. Never did I hook him up with who his father was.
His dad and his mom were both teachers, educators, and coach.
Well, his father was one of my professors at Penn State when I was working on my grad school.
Yeah. Both educated.
That was really.
I think he coached baseball at Penn State Beaver for a long time too. Yeah. Jim. And Marta, Jeff's mother, was a teacher at Rochester for years. So.
That's all I asked when you mentioned this.
Yes, the sunburned bald head is because I was also at the autism walk as well as the ribbon cutting for Reforest Our Future. They have events all week. I really appreciate the work Tony and Parks and Rec and DPW people have done there. But today and this afternoon, there's a spring fling guided hike. Thursday, there's a tree ID guided hike. Friday, there's a potting palooza workshop. So they got all kinds of stuff going. And then Saturday, they have a forest fiesta. So it's a whole week of different activities there. We got a lot of compliments during the Maple Syrup Festival about how the whole site looked and the dirt tree nursery there. And it's got a lot of good feedback. We're pretty excited. They're going to have 800 trees, I believe, they said, to be able to plant from the seedlings that are growing now in the fall to various parks and areas and stuff. So exciting project for us. That's kind of all I have for today then.
All right. We'll move to any other business. Now we'll move to audience participation. Any audience participation? None? All right,
Good to see you here, Curtis, from the radio station. So.
Garen, executive session, I'm sorry, I missed that.
Yeah, for personal.
Okay. We will move into executive session for personnel. Thank you.